The Smiley Face Killings. A true story of contested mystery. Between the late 1990s and 2010s, dozens of young men, mostly college-aged, athletic, and white, disappeared after nights out in the Midwest and Northeast United States, only to be found drowned in rivers or lakes. Dubbed the Smiley Face Killings by retired detectives, these cases share eerie similarities. Victims last seen near bars, bodies recovered with no clear signs of foul play, and, in some instances, smiley face graffiti near recovery sites. With over 40 cases linked, theories range from a serial killer gang to accidental drownings amplified by coincidence, leaving a divisive mystery that haunts urban waterways. Is there a coordinated killer targeting young men? Or is this a tragic pattern misread as murder? The Smiley Face Killings remain a polarizing enigma, blending grief, speculation, and the shadows of America's nightlife. The theory emerged in 1997 when college student Patrick McNeil vanished after drinking in Manhattan. His body was found weeks later in the East River, with no evidence of trauma. Similar cases followed across states like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, and Indiana. Notable victims included Chris Jenkins, 2002, Minneapolis, Todd Gieb, 2005, Michigan, and Brian Welzian, 2000, Chicago. Each man, typically 1928, was last seen leaving a bar or party, often intoxicated, before turning up in a nearby body of water days or weeks later. In 2008, retired NYPD detectives Kevin Gannon and Anthony Duarte proposed a chilling hypothesis. These were not accidents but murders by an organized group dubbed the Smiley Face Killers. They cited 40 cases with patterns. Victims were fit, popular, and vanished in cold months. Bodies showed minimal decomposition, suggesting delayed submersion, and smiley face graffiti, painted in varied styles, appeared near some recovery sites, like Jenkins and Gieb's. Gannon argued the victims were drugged, abducted, and dumped with GHB, a date rape drug, detected in a few cases, though not conclusively. Official investigations, including the FBI's 2008 review, largely dismissed the serial killer theory, attributing most deaths to accidental drowning due to alcohol. Coroners found no consistent signs of struggle, and toxicology often showed high blood alcohol levels. The smiley face graffiti, common in urban areas, was deemed coincidental, with no direct link to the bodies. Critics noted the cases spanned vast regions and years, unlikely for a single killer or group. Yet, families and Gannon's team pointed to anomalies: victims' phones active after disappearance, shoes missing or oddly placed, and bodies found in positions defying river currents. The case's unsettling details fuel debate. Jenkins' death, initially ruled accidental, was reclassified as homicide after his family hired a private investigator, citing GHB traces in his body's condition. Gieb's phone made calls post-disappearance, and his lungs lacked water, suggesting he didn't drown. Welzian's body, found 70 days later, showed little decay, hinting at delayed dumping. The victims' profiles, athletic, low-risk men, suggested a deliberate target, not random drunks. Gannon theorized a gang, possibly motivated by jealousy or ritual, using rivers to mask murders, with smiley faces as a taunting signature. Theories split sharply. Believers in the killer hypothesis suggest a cult-like group, perhaps linked to online forums or transient criminals preying on college towns. Others see a lone predator, like Jeffrey Dahmer, targeting men for sexual motives. Skeptics argue the cases are unrelated, with alcohol, cold weather, and proximity to water explaining the deaths. Statistical analysis supports this, noting young men are prone to risky behavior near rivers. The graffiti, they claim, is urban noise, not a clue. The investigation remains fragmented. Local police treat each case separately, with few resources for a unified probe. Gannon's team, funded privately, continues mapping cases, claiming over 100 potential victims by 2020. Families, desperate for closure, fund exhumations and push for homicide rulings, but most cases stay classified as accidental or undetermined. Modern forensics, like DNA or water analysis, are limited by degraded evidence or inconsistent autopsies. No suspects have been named, and the FBI has not reopened its review. The smiley face killings have reshaped perceptions of safety. College towns like La Crosse, Wisconsin, and Boston now warn students about riverfronts, and bars promote buddy systems. The victims' families, united by grief, maintain websites and vigils, refusing to accept accident verdicts. Rivers like the Mississippi and Charles, serene by day, carry a nighttime menace, their banks scanned for cryptic graffiti. Today, the Smiley face killings remain a contested mystery, with at least 40 linked cases and no confirmed killer. America's urban waterways, reflecting city lights, hide a question: tragedy or terror? Were these young men victims of a cunning predator, or did they fall to their own missteps? The smiley face, scrawled in paint, grins at a truth that slips through the current. If you enjoyed this videos, follow me, like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.